Good day, everyone. I am Beverly Imkunag from Villapa Leyte. I chose to enroll in MAID AS because I aspire to enhance my leadership and management skills in the field of education. This program provides me with the knowledge and competencies needed to effectively manage schools in the future, support my co-teacher, and aims to improve the overall quality of education. I believe that through this program or through this course, in the future, I will become a more effective educational leader who can contribute to the development of a well organized and learner centered school environment. This morning, I will be presenting a topic under one of the subjects I am currently enrolled: sustainability in rural and urban development. This subject focuses on promoting balance and inclusive growth that addresses the needs of both present and future generations. In rural areas, it highlights the importance of sustainable agriculture, resource conservation, and community development, while in urban areas, it emphasizes proper planning, environmental protection, and efficient use of resources. These subjects help me understand how social, economic, and environmental factors work together to achieve sustainable and resilient communities. This time, I will be presenting the topic organic farming in the Philippines. So here are my objectives for today's topic. First, explain what is organic farming. Second, discuss organic farming in the Philippines. This objective aims to define and explain the concept of organic farming, including its fundamental principles and practices. Second, it seeks to examine the current state of organic farming in the Philippines, highlighting its development, challenges, and potential contribution to sustainable agriculture. So here is my introduction about organic farming. Organic farming is a system that avoids synthetic fertilizers and pesticides. It uses natural processes like composting and crop rotation. It promotes sustainability, food safety, and environmental protection. It provides a fundamental understanding of organic farming as an agricultural system that avoids the use of synthetic fertilizers, pesticides, and genetically modified organisms or GMOs. Instead, it relies on natural processes such as composting, crop rotation, and biological pest control. This approach emphasizes sustainability by maintaining soil health, protecting ecosystems, and ensuring long-term agricultural productivity while minimizing environmental harm. So organic food. Organic food refers to product grown and produced following the principles of organic farming. While these standards may differ across countries, organic farming generally emphasizes recycling natural resources, maintaining ecological balance, and protecting biodiversity. Regulatory bodies often limit or prohibit the use of certain chemical pesticides and synthetic fertilizers in producing organic foods and goods. In addition, organic foods are usually processed without methods such as irradiation, industrial chemicals, or artificial additives. So, this explains that organic food refers to agricultural products produced according to organic farming standards. These standards generally promote the recycling of natural resources, conservation of biodiversity, and maintenance of ecological balance. It also highlights that organic foods are processed without harmful methods such as irradiation or the use of artificial additives. These slides underscores the importance of regulatory bodies in ensuring compliance with organic standards. So the brief history of organic farming in the Philippines. Traditionally, farming was naturally organic before World War II. Chemical-based farming started only after World War II. And now organic farming is being revived due to environmental concerns. It traces the evolution of farming practices in the Philippines. It notes that traditional farming methods before World War II were largely organic by nature. However, the post-war period saw a shift toward chemical-based agriculture to increase productivity. In recent years, there has been a renewed interest in organic farming due to growing awareness of environmental issues, health concerns, and the need for sustainable food systems. So what are the principles of organic farming? First is crop rotation and diversification, biological pest control, the use of natural fertilizers like composting and vermicast, no GMOs or synthetic chemicals. These principles guide organic farming practices. This includes the use of natural fertilizers such as composting or compost and vermicast to enrich soil fertility, crop rotation and diversification to maintain soil balance, and biological pest control to manage pests naturally. It also emphasizes the strict avoidance of synthetic chemicals and GMOs, reinforcing the commitment of environmental friendly and health conscious farming. So what is the importance of organic farming? First, improves soil fertility and long-term productivity. Produces healthier and chemical-free food. Protects farmers from harmful chemicals and support environmental sustainability. So it's significant, or this signifies organic farming and modern agriculture. It also highlights the rules in improving soil fertility and ensuring long-term productivity. Additionally, it emphasizes the production of healthier, chemical-free food, which benefits consumers. It also points out that organic farming protects farmers from exposure to harmful chemicals and contribute to environmental sustainability. So what are the benefits of organic farming? First is reduce pollution and environmental damage, enhance biodiversity, saves cost on chemical inputs, provides safer food for consumer. So these benefits elaborate the advantage of organic farming. Organic practices enhance biodiversity by supporting various plants and animal species. It also reduces environmental pollution by eliminating synthetic inputs. Furthermore, it lowers production in cost in long term by reducing dependence on expensive chemical inputs and ensures higher quality for food, higher quality food for consumers. So what are the challenges in organic farming, especially in the Philippines? So first, it lower yields during transition period. Second, high labor requirement. Third, certification process needed. Lastly, limited supply of organic inputs. So these challenges is faced by many organic farming or the farmers in the country. This includes lower crop yields during transition period from conventional to organic farming. So increased labor requirements and the need for certification to verify organic status. So it also mentions the limited availability of organic inputs, which can hinder widespread adaptation among farmers. So organic farming and livelihood. First, organic farming provides opportunity for farmers. It also it Organic products can be sold at higher prices. Organic farming supports rural development and it also encourages eco-friendly businesses. This highlights the economic and social benefits of organic farming. It also shows how organic agriculture creates livelihood opportunity for farmers by allowing them to sell product at premium prices. It also supports rural development by generating employment and promoting sustainable enterprises. Additionally, it encourages the growth of eco-friendly businesses aligned with environmental conservation. Organic farming, its effect to climate change. First is reduce greenhouse gas emission. Next, improve soil carbon storage. Third, helps farms adapt to drought and climate risk. So this one explain that organic farming is a great help in mitigating climate change. Organic farming reduces greenhouse gas emission by minimizing the use of synthetic fertilizers and chemicals. It also improves soil carbon storage, which helps capture atmospheric carbon dioxide. Moreover, organic farming enhances resilience of agricultural systems, enabling farms to better withstand climate-related risks such as drought. So here are the case study examples that I have found. First is a farmer in southern Leyte shifted to organic rice farming, improved productivity and sustainability, used diversification and natural inputs. This practical example of organic farming has been implemented. The first one describes a farmer in southern Leyte who transitioned to organic farming instead of modern days farming. Through the use of natural inputs and crops diversification, the farmer achieved improved productivity and sustainability. This case demonstrates the real-world feasibilities and benefits of adopting organic practices. So now let's talk the future of organic farming. So the first one is increasing demand for organic food. Government and NGO support are expanding. More young farmers adopting sustainable practices and potential for agri-tourism and eco-farming. So this one notes that the increasing consumer demand for organic product which drives market growth. It also highlights the expanding support from government agencies and non-government organizations. Furthermore, it points out the growing interest among young farmers and potentials for innovation such as agri-tourism and eco-farming. So, in conclusion, organic farming is a sustainable solution for Philippine agriculture. It protects health, environment, and livelihoods. Despite challenges, it offers long-term benefits for future generations. So this one emphasizes that organic farming is a sustainable solution that addresses environmental, health, and economic concerns. While challenges exist, the long-term benefits outweigh the difficulties. This reinforced the idea that organic farming is not merely a traditional practice, but a forward-looking approach to ensuring food security and environmental sustainability. And so, organic farming isn't a return to the past. It is not going back from what we used to be or what farmers used to do in cultivating products, but instead it is an investment in the future of our planet. So this organic farming is an investment which will help our planet become become sustainable for living and sustainable for everyone. And so, thank you for your attention, and that would be all.